So this is part 1 of my project for Lab 7 in 330. There's a quick explanation of this robot and how it works, since this will be connected to the controller we made in 330 throughout our labs. And it interfaces with this little robot right here. So I'm just going to give a quick rundown of what's going on with this robot, how the hardware works, and then deeper video jumping into the controller and the software used in it. So my robot is just right here. As you can see, the tires are just 2 servos using another ESP32, and we have a step down voltage regulator here, since this battery is 9 volts and it goes through this regulator to turn into 5 volts that we'll be using here. And what happens is that we can power the battery here. Over here, if you see, we can just power it up once we connect the battery right there. Whoop. And so what happens is that once the robot is on, we're using the ESP Now and ESP Wi-Fi protocols and libraries online, so that this ESP right here can open up and listen for messages. And so the controller will be sending messages over Wi-Fi, over this ESP Now protocol. And once this robot hears those messages, it will turn it into commands for the robot to use. And pretty much what that means, it will receive these commands and turn them into wheel movement, so that it can move forward, backward, and turn left or right as the user inputs. So for my project Lab 7 video, I made a remote controlled car, which with the car being the receiver and the control being the transmitter. As you can see, we have 3 different speeds you can choose from. So you can choose slow, medium, and fast. And we also have A being forward movement, B being backward movement, and using this select button to switch between the different speeds. For this project, I implemented 2 state machines. I implemented a state machine for the speed and to detect what speed we were at, and a second state machine to detect whether we are moving forward or backward with the car, with a third option to use the cursor to read the displacement in order to tell us how much we want the car to turn. So with that in mind, what's happening here is we are communicating through Wi-Fi from the transmitter to the receiver. The transmitter is sending a packet with the direction, so forward and backward, with the speed, slow, medium, fast, and with the displacement, so how much the cursor is moving. And then this guy over here, the receiver, is receiving that packet, opening it up, and then with that, it's interpreting it so that our car can move every second. So, just as an example, we can have it go in slow speed, and then now if we want to move forward, so now if we wanted to move forward and turn right, it would be something like this. So now if we wanted to move forward and turn left, same thing. So now if I switch to going backward, it would look something like this. So moving backward and turning right, turning left. The other point, we got stuck a little bit. Yeah. And yeah, so we can switch between the speeds. So now if we wanted to move a little faster, now we're going as fast as and so there it is, 2 state machines, cursor reading, and Wi-Fi communication with ESP32. Thank you for coming to my video and YouTube channel or whatever.
Your TED Talk.